Victoria Fire Department is investigating two fires that broke out in the same building on Oak Bay Avenue. Both of them happened yesterday, one in the afternoon, the first in the roof where a construction crew had just begun some resurfacing work. The fire burned again later. The source of the second fire is not known, but fire investigators say there were no hot spots when they let people back inside after the first fire was out. A News reporter Mary Beth Burton has the story.
People who live and work at 1841 Oak Bay Avenue suffered through not one but two fires yesterday. The first one, just before 3, started on the roof where roofers had been working. The fire department says it used thermal imaging cameras to ensure the blaze was out.
Not only was it extinguished and extensions checked and tick camera used, post our guys being there, the fire inspectors went down and did their follow-up investigation.
Businesses like the Chamberlain Walk Hair Salon were forced to shut down during the afternoon.
We were outside for about half an hour, and the fireman gave the okay that the building was okay, and so we came back in.
6 hours later, just after 10 p.m., the Victoria Fire Department was brought back to the building to fight another fire.
The fire is under investigation right now, but when we arrived, there was heavy smoke coming from the roof.
The fire department hasn't confirmed where the blaze began, but suites on the top left side have the most visible damage.
Most of them will be able to get back in and get their belongings. My understanding is there are some suites with water damage and some smoke damage.
There are 26 suites in the 3-story building. More than 20 of those had no insurance. The tenants were invited to a meeting at Paul's Motor Inn with Emergency Social Services.
Some of them looks like will be displaced for several months, and that's obviously a traumatic thing for most people.
Shortly after 1 this afternoon, businesses on this section of the building on the street level were allowed to reopen, but this side of the building where most of the damage done remains closed and could be closed for up to 2 weeks. Paul Bowden owns one of the 3 businesses that can reopen.
The water is a bit weak, but we're lucky enough that all the power is working.
Scott Tanner isn't so lucky. The owner of Mary Maids certainly knows the right people to call to help clean up his business. The ceilings have been torn down, the water is still dripping into buckets, and the timing of the fire is painful.
We just painted and carpeted and put new furniture in, so hopefully a couple of desks are trashed, so we'll have to buy some new desks there.
Big chunks of the ceiling have fallen in and around the good things in the second-hand store. The fire department estimates the damage at more than $300,000. In Victoria, Mary Beth Burton, A News.